Hello and welcome back to another day in the arena. It's me, it's CGB, and today in the arena we're going to play one of my favorite Brawl decks, Jace, the Wielder of Mysteries. On a Wednesday, the only time I'm allowed to play Brawl, I'm stockpiling some of these to release for times when I'm out of town. So if you're watching this, I'm sure it's because I'm on a trip. I know I have one coming here in November, and I don't want to miss a day. Not once, not a single time. We're going, sometime in March will actually be 365 straight days of videos. So mark your calendars. I'll get that exact date one of these days, probably when it gets closer. But this is one of my favorite Brawl decks. It is a little bit toxic for those of you who hate the counter spells. I can hear your voice in my head. I read your comments. I know how you feel. You don't like having all your things countered, but let me put it this way. This deck is a hard fold to creature strategies. Anything that plays turn 1 creature, turn 2 creature, turn 3 creature, you're just dead. And I hate losing to Torbran as much as anybody. But God, there are some commanders out there that just must die. GOLOS. Where are you? I think I have to do this. Oh, it won't even show it to me because I'm on the Brawl screen. You know who I'm talking about. GOLOS. Oh my God, I've played so much GOLOS. Nicole Bolas, that's another one. These super grindy control decks that looking to play this endless game where they just dominate you on resources. GOLOS in particularly is unfair. All they have to do is ramp, and their commander is like this infinite draw engine and Field of the Dead. And if you want to beat those, this is the right deck to do it. You just never let GOLOS enter the battlefield. You quench it. You tails end it. You essence capture it. You bone to ash the sucker. You, no escape. Why not? Didn't say please. Thought collapse, sinister sabotage. You can win by decking the opponent. Honestly, you usually win because the opponent scoops, or you steal something from them and beat them to death with it. Most of the time, the opponent won't stay around to watch Jace Wielder Mysteries mill them. We don't really mill ourselves. It could happen. It could come up. It's like an insurance option to make sure if the game goes long enough, we win. Either they'll run out of deck, or we'll win because we deck. Either way. But most of the time, we are milling our opponent, as I think you'll probably see in the gameplay. So, other than that, this is a collection of counters that can stop commanders. It's a collection of card draw to make the counters keep coming. It's steal effects to try to swing the game late. And that's really what it's all about. I really enjoy this style of strategy. If you don't, I understand. It's not for everybody. But if you like to see GOLOS lose, I have a feeling I've got some games for you because I've had no problem in the matchup so far. So let's dive right in and let the commander nonsense begin. All right, that's a lot of counters versus GOLOS, but they're on the play. They could just outramp me and destroy me. But at least their creature, their commander is a creature, so we've got some good play against them. Man, but GOLOS is so tough because all they have to do is ramp and they win. Because their commander is like, it ramps and it ramps. But counters is one of the good things you can do against them. So let's see what happens. Looks like they're on Esper GOLOS, and they go straight to a lantern like a god. No problem. All right. Opt, can't turn down land. Definitely need to hit these land drops. All right. Play this, say go. Probably starting with a no escape because the conditional counters are the best. Yeah? What you gonna do? Midnight Clock. No. Take away the ramp, especially the one that draws 7 cards eventually. Stonecoil Serpent, Improbable Alliance, Breeding Pool gone. Okay. Pass turn, because we have Bone to Ash, which would be probably the best way to counter a GOLOS. Royal Scions. Alright, counter that. Transmutation. I guess it can shut the GOLOS down eventually, but the object is to never let that card enter the battlefield. And do you still have land? You do. I'm the only one who's ever missed a land drop in Commander. All right. Probably what I want to get back most is a Bone to Ash. Let's play this And let's deploy an well, are we getting to the point where we need to counter 2 things? We can't. Let's go ahead and deploy this Overwhelmed Apprentice. Mill the opponent. Ooh, got your Kenrith, got your Happily Ever After. These are good. I'll take both of those. And we will pass the turn. See what the opponent does next. Golos it is. Bone to Ash, counter draw. And that is what I plan to get back, by the way. Bone to Ash. Because our opponent's commander is a creature. Otherwise, I'd probably take the No Escape. But yeah, we need to keep this thing countered forever and ever. And never let our opponent Field of the Dead unless they're going to draw it naturally. Okay. I guess I should have played the Jace here. I thought there was a chance the opponent might do nothing. We know that we want our top card, so we don't want a mission brief. I guess I can just do this. Anticipate, grab Bone to Ash. And Bone to Ash. Keep moving. Keep moving the deck. All right, we draw Chemist's Insight. We have the Disdainful Stroke. I think what I'll do now is put out the Jace. Looks a little desperate, which I like. We'll take a chance that we mill their Field of the Dead. We miss a land drop. I can accept it. I'm going to hold this back. I don't know what they play. There's a number of potential haste things that could happen. Okay, 2 mana open. Let's go ahead and stroke that. Play the Blast Zone, baby. Keep milling them. As a Banish into Fable, one of the sweet commander cards you can throw into these decks. The last time I held this back, now I feel pretty strong attacking. Don't know what the opponent could do to me. Golos, all that mana too, but we play the mission briefing. And we play the Bone to Ash. I want that island, I want that agent. I want both things. This is fine. Our third Bone to Ash on the Golos. This is how you draw it up. This is how you beat the Golos. Just never let it resolve. Ever. Not a chance. Not a chance. All right. 1, 2, 3. This is up to 11. Do I see that right? 11? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I think we steal the Lantern or bounce the Lantern, and that's how we buy a little bit more time before the next activation. But let's activate our Jace first. Oh, we drew. God, a Quench at this stage would be just so heartbreaking. So I think I'm better off just using Commence the Endgame. So that'll be my play for the turn. Definitely looking solid. Long way to go. And the deck should be full of powerful threats that we haven't really seen yet. And there is Vraska. That's fine. I can attack the Vraska with the Commence the Endgame creature. They eat the egg, I'm sure, to draw. Yeah. All right. Here is Commence the Endgame. Draw to amass into an 8/8. A card that was hyped once upon a time, Commence the Endgame. Things certainly changed for it along the way. It's not very good against Teferi, for example. 3 mana Teferi Time Raveler. I wish I hadn't played my land first. This Mobilized District would be the better land play. But we can definitely send off this Chemist's Insight. Everything else is really good, actually. I don't know if we're ever going to need the Gadwick to draw all those cards. Not with this hand. So the card draw can go. I don't want to lose my land drops. Anything that like every single turn I need a land. That's how the deck works. And now, probably the saltiest Quench anybody will ever see. if that doesn't pull the scoop, what does? What does? Classic showdown, red versus blue on the draw. This hand cannot compete with a Torbran. This can. We have Overwhelmed Apprentice to help us hit land and just put a body on the battlefield against any 1-drops the opponent might have. Our 2 spot is open. Hopefully we find an Essence Capture or something. Then Thought Collapse and Bone to Ash, putting off Torbran. Narset's not good. I wish I could shove the Narset back where it came from, but we do what we can. Ooh, 7-drop off the top? Rude. All right. Well, we need the land for sure. The Transmutation, that can be my 2-drop. Okay. Might want it. We might want to hold it. We'll see. Right now, this Sanctuary comes into play tapped. That might be our 2-drop as well. It depends what the opponent plays. If they play, for example, a Runaway Steamkin. Ooh. How annoying. I think what I do here is just not let this get better. This way the Overwhelmed Apprentice is just holding the board, baby. Holding the board. Crap. That still counts? I guess it still has its name. That's frustrating. So now's the part where we start getting beaten down, but our opponent's missing some land drops. So let's see what happens. Oh, no. No. And we hit their mountains. We hit 2 mountains there. And we can hold up Bone to Ash now. Plus we have enough lands for Mystic Sanctuary to get something back, although none of that's looking too appealing right now. Alright, come on, play a creature. Play another dwarf. They would have played that before combat. What do you got? Spitfire? Play something. That will do. That will definitely do. Yes, please. Negate. Opt. Alright, I think we get back the Bone to Ash. And I'll take that draw. So take this, put it on top. I think I just want to draw that. I think I want to tap out here. It's risky. No, we definitely don't tap out here for the Jace. If our opponent gets the land, we want to be able to draw that Bone to Ash with the opt. So we just pass like this. I mean, we're taking 3 a turn, but we are progressing. Our opponent's having mana trouble. We're hitting our land drops. This stupid Overwhelmed Apprentice. Alright. So we gotta do this. Counter the Krenko. We need to keep drawing counters so Torbran doesn't destroy us. Signet. Alright. The shields are going down. If Torbran comes down, we can agent it. If not, we can agent the land. So how do we play this turn? Let's land this. We definitely want the Signet. We want the agent to be an option. And we can hold up Negate by playing Narset, which may also draw the opponent's attention for a turn. And it might also find us another counter. Or it might whiff. That could happen too. Ugh. Our turn for some bad RNG. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Not like this. Not like this. But they're going after Narset. Now, do I trade away my Apprentice? No, I do not.
This was overwhelming.
All right. Give me that. Give me that boy. Against red, that can be a huge play. They usually don't have a lot of ways to get it back. They have to kill it with their own thing and then eventually recast it. But let's see what happens. And this still works for me. This is essentially a 4/4. Another dwarf. Arrgh. I do not want to block this dwarf. Whoa. Okay. Now, if we're going to make them use a pump spell, we use it over here. Take 4 or chump away this agent. Feels like we need to chump away this agent. We're going to chump something away. It's going to be the Apprentice, not the agent. All right, let's see what happens. Opponent has to choose how to make these trades and what to save. And Heartfire on the Torbrand to get it back into your own adventure. God, that's like a 3-for-1. And we still have the agent. That was really nice agent. All right, now let's get Jace going. I could mill myself looking for Chemister's Insight. I don't think I can mill out this opponent. But I also don't think I'll ever have time to cast Chemister's Insight. So yeah, let's mill him. It might have like risk factor, which could feel bad. But I still think we make the play. And now we've got these 2 4/4s that we have to figure out how to solve. Far from out of the woods. It's like we had a big play and it wasn't nearly enough. Destroy target artifact. Let's negate that. That way the opponent doesn't get the adventure mode creature. Lava coil. Can't counter it. That's just terrible. Opponent with good timing there. Maybe it wasn't worth it to use the negate, but they hadn't given us anything to negate the whole time. So I just thought they were out. They're gonna put me on 1. They're thinking about putting me on 1. I don't have anything here. What do you got? Infuriate. I can't do anything about that. Wow, just smashed me. I thought we were gonna get back in that game, but their hand was still stacked to the rafters with relevant cards that lined up perfect, and yeah, got me. Mono white Kenrith. I hope my opponent draws their Lantern or whatever it is that they're going to use to get all those activated abilities out of the card. I am curious to see what happens here. Because, or wait, they can be 5-color, can't they? Because yeah, just forget everything I just said. It's still a 5-color deck. It's still a 5-color deck. But like the GOLOS game, this is kind of what we're... Wow, that's awesome. This is kind of what we are equipped to face. Don't know if it's going to matter here, being on the draw. And with our opponent just knocking it out of the park with their first couple turns. Why? Let's see. What to do? I think we just get the Signet down. I don't think we wait, but maybe I'm wrong about that. Maybe I'm supposed to wait till next turn because I can play Signet and still have Stroke and Quench open. I could have quenched that. Yeah, big mistake. Big mistake. But God, are they doing... They're drawing well, aren't they? All right, let's say go. Hold up our counter spells. Unsummon gets rid of Fibblethib. We can target the Fibblethib with the Unsummon and it goes back in the deck. I'm just not afraid of the card. Like, I really don't care. Doesn't do much to me. It's a long enough clock that I'm not afraid. And the opponent's going to blank my turn, I guess? By playing nothing? No, they go for the Prince, which I can't counter. God, everything's lining up horribly. Ooh, they target the Fibblethib. Well, now I'm gonna definitely have this shuffle back into the deck before the opponent gets to draw an extra card with their Charming Prince. There is Agent of Treachery. This will hold priority. Basically want priority permanently held so they can't tell our counterspell situation, which is most of the use of Emergent Zone, to be honest, but every now and then you end up flashing in something destructive. Quenchy boy. Let's get it spent. Next turn I'm going to play the Jace with Disdainful Stroke up, or at least that's the plan. Jace's Triumph. I don't like the opponent like finding a way to, like, say with an artifact killer, like, to blow up my Signet. They could blow up my Signet and then pass priority and I lose the mana, which is why I like having mana open when I know I need to counter something, which I should make a habit of doing every turn. We got a Time Wipe and a Massacre Girl. Here's Kenny. No. No. Absolutely not. Oh, that was enough for you, huh? Well, next turn Jace's Triumph would draw 3. Agent of Treachery would come online. I think that's the way we want it. I feel like the game was far from over and their deck's probably full of powerful things, but I get it. All tryhards tonight. Golos. Golos, Golos, as far as the eye can see. I usually try not to show two of the same deck. Ugh. Miss a land drop and we will die. But if we draw one land in our first two draw steps, I guess I have nothing to lose. I can always scoop it when I miss the land drop. Maybe I'm supposed to mulligan this, but it feels like all I have to do is draw one land in my top two, and then I have Jace's Triumph to try to hit the future ones. Let's play the Blast Zone to hold that priority. Not give away when we do and don't have counter spells. And it's a Gateway Plaza. So, am I supposed to... Let's see what happens. If we draw the land, yeah, we're going to hold up the Thought Collapse. Got to be ready for the Teferi. Teferi 3 can just nuke our whole deck. And the opponent's going for something. It's a giant. Let's say no to their ramp. Ramp spells matter. And hit their Field of the Dead. Nope, not yet. Into the Story. Good one. So here we're going to just get Jace down. Aggressively try to mill their Field of the Dead and set up Into the Story. And see what they can do. Okay, Essence Capture can also counter the Golos. We're in a great spot. Let's see if the opponent can immediately deal with this Jace. Nope, Circuitous Route. Well, they'll have a lot of mana. Let's see if Jace can draw us a land next turn. Land! I would really like land. Jace's Triumph can draw 3 if we're really concerned about it, but I'm a little scared of discarding. Although the card draw in this hand is off the chain. I'll probably end up discarding Gadwick eventually. Yeah, that Unsummon can probably go. Hit your Field of the Dead. Alright. There's no land in our top 3. I wasn't meant to win this game, but I cannot afford to miss lands with this deck. It's just not an option. Alright, discard 2 cards. The Unsummon can go. Do I want that Gadwick gone or the Apprentice? Maybe the Unsummon's better than the Gadwick. But I am picking the Apprentice. The 2 lowest impact cards, I think, is what that was. And here's Golos. They have the mana open for a negate. Let's go for the stroke. Scoop'ems. Opponent did not like that. So it seems like anytime I can get it set up with a Jace counterspell. Scoops. Scoops, scoops. Bolus. That'll be tough. Apprentice to set our draw. Narset can be great if it sticks. Unsummon is probably bad. I think that the Narset and the No Escape, though, make it a keep. Here is my Apprentice. Ritual Soot, and we got the opponent's Narset. Definitely want this land, and I feel like we'd love Commence the Endgame. Alright. We'll keep them. We'll keep them. Island go. Alright. Get down the Blast Zone to hold priority. Smash away. Might end up unsummoning our own Apprentice eventually. Ooh, Field of the Dead. Just straight up. Ouchie. Well, let's go for the Narset. Make the opponent have the counter right now. Well, that negate was going to come out sometime. Since I'm on the draw here, but they have a 5-mana commander and I have a 4. If they miss a land drop, I want to be able to drop the Jace. Well, actually, they can't Bolus on time. They have Field of the Dead here. So I think I'm going for a Jace. Ooh. Well, good news is I get my Jace. Bad news is I lose my No Escape. Probably. That kind of disruption is just so painful. We have a lot of other stuff they kept on top. Well, we're milling that. Bolus is not coming out. Hit your Chandra and your deliver unto evil, which is just a Bolas synergy card for sure. If you don't have this card, she's up to 4 cards in your graveyard. If you control a Bolas Planeswalker, return them to your hand. You need this. You need this in your Bolas commander deck. Cry for the Apprentice. Ouch. Now I didn't get to unsummon it, but there's the top deck. Let's keep hitting ya. Radical Idea. Mobilize District. Your turn. We might want to blow up this Signet. If I can activate this Blast Zone and crack it, I think I will. Because our opponent is missing lands. Now the opponent made a little move. It implies that they might actually be thinking about blowing up my Jace. Like they drew a Bedevil or something. So if I go for this Radical Idea, I take the Negate Shields down. I don't think it's worth it. I think I have what I need. I don't really want this negated. Nice draw. I just think it's a risk I don't have to take just to see one more card. Hit the Spark Double. There's a Sabotage. Alright. So we don't want to crack the Black Zone until the end of the opponent's turn, right? I mean, we could take away a mana from them now. Or keep them off 6. But we already got their Chandra. I think we can just wait on cracking the Blast Zone. We don't want to limit our capability. Here's a Chemist's Insight. I actually think I just want to shut that down. I think I don't want that. And now that we have so many counters, I think just trading 1 for 1 with them is fine. But yeah, we want to keep them in this bad mana position for as long as we can. As long as we can. Discovery. We could counter that too, but I don't think that's as worth it. Chemist's Insight is 2 cards. This is really just 1. It gets to be a good one from their top 3, and it's most certainly going to be a land. And it's the best land that they could possibly ask for, so that's nice. Alright. Blow up their Signet. Keep their mana awkward. If they kill the Jace here while I'm tapped out, that's sad, but we can replay it. And nope, they were unable to. So do I force Ugin down their throat? Hell no. Hell no, we keep milking this position with counter spells. Ooh, the clock. 1, 2, do you hear the clock ticking? Let's get that on the field. I think that's better than commencing the end game. We don't want to miss lands. Like, this is kind of like a pseudo land drop. We almost missed a land drop that turn. You just don't want to. And the opponent scoops it up. The Field of the Dead got him. The Field of the Dead, a little greedy in the deck, and it got him. I hope you enjoyed this video with the Mono Blue Jace Brawl deck. I don't think... Let's see. It's a good Brawl deck. It's not a great Brawl deck. It's definitely weak to anything that plays a bunch of creatures, but the more Golos and Bolas you face, probably the more you want to play this deck. This is a great deck against them, and well, you have a lot of decisions, and if you make them well, I think you're favored in those matchups. So it is the Golos counter if that deck is tilting you, and if you don't mind being the bad guy with some counter spells. Thank you for watching this video. As always, I will see you in the next video. Goodbye.